Bonjour! In this lecture video, we're going to talk about two concepts. The first one is using the negative form, and the second one is partitive articles. Let's start with the negative form. Now at this point, you're already familiar with using ne pas, and you might also already be familiar with ne jamais, ne plus, and ne rien. But let's look at ne pas. As you know, ne and pas change an affirmative sentence into a negative one, and the ne comes before the verb and the pas comes after the verb. So when I have, for example, je sais, I know, and I want to turn that into I don't know, I'm going to put ne in front of my verb, which is sais, and pas after. So I have je ne sais pas. Now we do exactly the same thing if we're using a different negative word other than pas. And usually when we use another negative word, the pas disappears. We replace it with a different negative word. So for example, ne jamais, jamais is never. So here I'm saying, je vais souvent au ciné. I often go to the movie theater. And here I want to say, I never go to the movie theater. Je ne vais jamais au ciné. I'm putting my ne in front of the verb and my jamais after the verb, just like I did with ne pas. Now, what if I wanted to say je ne vais pas au ciné? Well, I can, but the meaning is different. This means I don't go to the movie theater. Je ne vais pas au ciné. I don't go to the movie theater. But if I want to say I never go to the movie theater, then my pas needs to become jamais. Ne plus means no longer. Je mange du pain le matin. I eat bread in the morning. Now, I could say I don't eat bread in the morning, which would be je ne mange pas de pain le matin. But what if I want to say I don't eat bread anymore? No more, no longer. Then I have to use plus instead of pas. Je ne mange plus de pain. I don't eat bread anymore. Ne rien means nothing. Je mange quelque chose le matin. I eat something in the morning. Je ne mange rien le matin. I don't eat anything in the morning. Again, my ne comes before the verb, which is mange here, and rien comes after the verb. Partitive articles. So, du is our masculine, de la, feminine, des, plural, and de, elle, apostrophe, if a word comes, if the next word starts with a vowel. And in a negative sentence, du, de la, and des become de. So that's an important thing to pay attention to. So when do we use partitive articles? We use partitive articles when we're talking about something that is not defined and also cannot be counted. For example, I put milk in my coffee. Now, I can't count milk in this situation. I'm not saying I put a cup of milk in my coffee. I can count a cup. 1 cup of milk, 2 cups of milk, 3 cups of milk. But if I just say I put milk in my coffee, I can't say 1 milk, 2 milk, 3 milk. So it's not a countable word. In English, I don't put anything here. I just say I put milk in my coffee. Now, I could also use the word some. I put some milk in my coffee. So partitive articles are used when in English we could use some, or when we don't use anything at all because it's not a word that we can count and it's not defined. So it's just a generalization. I put milk in my coffee. I don't put milk in my coffee. I put sugar in my coffee, etc. In English, I have nothing here, or the word some. But in French, I absolutely have to have a partitive article in front of this word. So I'm going to say, je mets du lait dans mon café. And that's because the word lait for milk is masculine. Je mets du lait dans mon café. Now, what if I don't put milk in my coffee, or I never put milk in my coffee? Je ne mets jamais de lait dans mon café. When I turn I put milk into I never put milk, the negative je ne mets jamais, then I have to change this du into de. It's a strange thing with the partitive article. It's the same thing that happens with the indefinite article. So here are some examples of words that either start with a vowel or are masculine or feminine, and what that does to the partitive article. Je mets sucre is masculine. What am I going to put in this blank? Je mets du sucre dans mon café. Now, je ne bois pas. What am I going to say if I want to say I don't drink coffee? What do you think I'm going to say here? Je ne bois pas de café, because it's negative. I'd like you to take a look at these and try to figure out, without using a translator, how to say these in French. Take a minute, pause the video, and then come back to it, and we're going to go through them. Okay, I work on Fridays. Je travaille le vendredi. I'm going to see if I can get rid of this underline. Okay. Je travaille le vendredi. I work on Fridays. Because it's regular habit of every Friday in general, I'm using le. Le vendredi means Fridays in general. I never work on Fridays. Now I'm going to say je ne travaille jamais le vendredi. So I just added ne jamais to my verb. I have a dog. J'ai un chien. I don't have a dog. So this is our simple pas. Je n'ai pas de chien. So my un has become de. And I'm using pas. I have, I don't have. I have homework. J'ai des devoirs. Homework is plural in French. Des devoirs. So in English, again, I would have nothing. I have homework. But in French, I need the partitive article. J'ai des devoirs. I don't have any more homework. So that's not the same as saying I don't have homework. I'm saying I don't have any more homework. So I'm going to use plus. Je n'ai plus de, for my negative, devoir. Je n'ai plus de devoir. There's a book on the desk. Il y a un livre sur le bureau. And now there is nothing on the desk. I'm not even going to say the word book. That's gone. There's nothing on the desk. Nothing is my negative word rien. Il n'y a rien sur le bureau. And that's it for today. Let me know if you have questions. Au revoir.